A wonderful and lovely good morning, everybody, and welcome to our morning briefing show presented by Admirals. My name is Markus, my lovely moderator in the back, and a wonderful good morning. So I hope you had a great start into your own trading and business family day, whatever there is, what you have to do today. We want to be focused on our trades and sticking to the rules, following plan, and the most important challenge, let it go and let it run. So we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. You will find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe this channel. You can leave us a comment. You can give us a like if you want, if you say show is valuable for you. And I would appreciate it a lot. So the chat is open on YouTube and on Zoom as well. Don't hesitate to ask whatever is in your mind. We can talk about almost everything in trading as soon as we have time for your questions, but I will make sure that I can answer all your questions. Okay, so let me share my screen. And we always start with a view at the upcoming events this morning. So let me see the chat. Here we go. And welcome Ian, Johan, wonderful good morning. Tina, lovely good morning. Lisa also, Marie-Louise, wonderful good morning. And on YouTube, of course, the same. Okay, cool. So Friday, first Friday in the month is always the most important Friday because we expect an unemployment rate report. And the next one is the flash estimate euro. It should have an effect on DAX and the euro, by the way. Also, the business consumer survey. Next one is Canada at 1:30, the labor force survey. And of course, then we have the US employment report. So the previous one was 210K and the forecast is 422. So if you are engaged in day trading, something like this, euro, dollar, gold, the indices like Nasdaq, S&P, Dow, DAX. So be carefully with this because we expect high volatility, I guess a bit more than normally because most of the huge traders are not at the desk because they are still on vacation. They will come back next week roundabout. So could be a little bit more volatility this morning. Dear Don, wonderful good morning and greetings to Turkey here from Germany. Okay, so what do we expect? But more important than the unemployment report is our afternoon webinar. Today at 2 Europe London time, trading key reversals. If you're interested in such a technical part, then join this afternoon session. Click on this button here on admiralmarkets.com/education/webinars. Okay, so also I might invite you to our Telegram channel of Admirals and also the Twitter channel of Admirals and my own one, it's DayTrader70. Great. Let's go to our DAX trading. So the last trade was a loss with 115 points. So actually, I have 2 trades open in DAX because I follow my rules. And year 2022 is in focus my own trading, not like the last year. So therefore, I have 2 trades in the second trend arm. So I opened a long position here at this spot. It was the second trend arm after the correction. So my stop loss is, the soft stop is below here, the last 0.3, because we saw a trend continuation. Actually, there was not enough space to make a partial profit, so everything is fine. And also now we have a contrary trend, which is actually the correction. And maybe you might ask, why isn't this a trend break here roundabout? So let me show you this. So maybe there was a trend break here. Yes, you are right. We had closes below this last 0.3 here. You're right. There are a technical close below the last 0.3, but you see the whole behavior here is they didn't go deeper. So it just was a kind of fake breakout to bring people in the wrong direction, the unexperienced people in trading. So therefore, it's a kind of trend break, but not really. So therefore, I just trailed my hard stop from the long position below this fake breakout. But at the same time, I opened a trade in the short direction because we have here, it's a downtrend and it's the second trend arm. So I open a position here close to the last 0.2, which is here. So and actually I have 2 trades open for the moment. So I don't know which one will be stronger. I don't know which one will continue. I don't care. Actually, I know around the current price, there is also the point of control, which we can see here. There is the point of control, and maybe this might be the reason why we have this kind of not moving price or price which is moving around this current price. So to be honest, I don't care which one will continue because I know at any time one of those trends will continue. This I know because this is a guarantee. It's just a question of time, and maybe we see this afternoon when we get expect the unemployment rate. Okay, that's DAX 10 minutes. And by the way, if you want to follow my live trading through the rest of the day, then let me invite you to our Traders Yacht community here on Admirals community and Traders Yacht. It's here, Dow live trading room. It's free access. You see, we are 331 participants right now. And here I give you some updates. Here is a schedule. You see, next update is at 11:45. You see, there is the morning briefing show. And here you can see when I will come up with live updates with my camera, with my microphone. And then we talk about for the rest of the day that you are best informed what we have to do with our running trades. So let's go to our focus charts, and we start with the Bitcoin. So, and in Bitcoin, we had lovely trades. That was a big winner. That was a small loser. That was a zero gain here. And this part, so which kind of trade do we have here on the right side right now? Yeah, it's a downtrend. It's a kind of downtrend. So that was the first. So here we go. So that's actually, this is the trend. Yeah, and now we are in a trend continuation. So for me, on the right side of the chart where I'm looking for my new signal, actually there is nothing to do for the moment. Then let's see the Dow Jones. And Dow Jones is still in a downtrend right now, but without the trend continuation. And it's this one. Starting point, first trend arm, and second trend arm. As you can see, actually, there is no trend continuation. But we expect the unemployment rate this afternoon. So I will not open a position right now. I want to wait until the numbers are out, and then I decide if I open a position. Basically, it's the second trend arm. And in general, I have to open a position there because we have to speculate on a trend continuation there. So let's wait. But, you know, there's a high volatility and I have a chance afterwards. So then we have DAX 40. In 4-hourly chart, and in 4-hourly chart, we don't have a trend right now. In 4-hourly chart, it's this one. It's a move and it's a correction. For a valid trend, we need a next move, and then we have a valid trend, and then maybe the next correction. So actually there is nothing to do. British pound, US dollar is also not a trend. It's just an uptrend, by the way. It's a long-running uptrend here. We come out here from the lower side, kind of this one. You see that's a kind of trend here. This one, I'm not Van Gogh, of course not. So, but you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trend arms. It's amazing. If you learn to let it go, and if you learn to let it run, then you can make a lot of money, and we'll prove it with our running trades right now. Okay, so next one from our focus charts is the gold price. And in gold, now we have a valid trend, but we are waiting for the correction. So first move, first correction, second move. So now we are waiting for a changing of the color that we can see, okay, there is a trend, there is a correction, and then maybe we can go short in gold, just on the watch list for today. Ian, you are still in British pound. I'm really damn it proud of you, really. So what's your experience? Maybe it's just 1-2 sentences in the chat. What's your experience with this kind of let it go and let it run? Because it's completely contrary to our human behavior, where we always want to control everything, you know, and here in trading, the only part we can control is ourselves, but never what happens on the right side of the chart. So therefore, this big challenge in trading is to let it go and let it run. So what's your experience with this human challenge? Okay, it took a while to be comfortable with it. Yeah, thanks a lot. But you see, once you planted the seed in your mind, it ripens up again and again and again. It's just the first step is the most important and the biggest one. It's really a big deal to make this the first and to plant this first seed in your mind, that you make this experience to let it run and let it go. And as Ian wrote in the chat, now it's fun. It's always a challenge, but you need these seeds in your mind. So before we come to our running trades and proposals for today, let me ask you the question of today. And you know it's Friday. Anna, if you're ready for Rumble, we can open a question of today, the poll of today. And my question is always as Friday, please think about it and be honest to yourself. Did you reach your own goals this week? Yes, I finally did. Oh, I tried, but I did not. Or I had no goals this week. So please feel free, whatever is in your mind. The more honest you to yourself, the better it is. Let's go to the running trades. We start with Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, that's fun. So you see, the uptrend was very successfully. Then now we have a downtrend. We open a trade in the second trend arm again, here in the short position. And now we see the trend continuation. Actually, I made a partial profit already, and now the price is going down and down, and my soft stop is here at the last 0.3. So where is the target? In heaven's sake, I don't know. I have no target. So I just trade the trend. I don't know how far the trend will go. I can never know how many trend arms the trend will make. So I have learned in my trading career to let it go, not to interpret, not to analyze, just to listen to the chart. And actually, the chart is talking to me and said, we are on the volume side, on the seller side. So just sit on your hands and do nothing. So what's the plan? Just let it go. And the moment if we have a contrary trend in the opposite direction, then we can make a hedging position. So, but as long as we don't see this situation, just let it go. Next one is Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So here we are struggling in the correction. The soft stop is the purple line. We had a bit of close, below this, but not really that much. but it's enough to trail my stop closer because on the other side, I have to also admit that there is a bit of downtrend at the same time. And you see this one here. That's the downtrend. And unfortunately, I missed it to open a hedging position, but it's not that big problem because I have an open trade. So let's see what we can do there. Now, this is the contrary trend. So basically, the trend will break here below the last 0.3, but I trail my chart a little, my stop loss a little bit closer because there is a kind of subordinate trend on the upper side. You see this one is also a trend, and therefore I had my soft stop here a bit. Oh, there is a interesting on YouTube. We have this week was about breaking the rules with bad results. Maybe this is always the consequence that when we break the rules, it's a less experience or maybe a rarely experience that we make positive results by breaking the rules. Most of the times, if you break the rules, you will get a bad result. So you should make a note in your own diary, in your own handwritten diary. So there is a very interesting part in this because it's really interesting. And thanks for your open words in this case. So you have to ask yourself, why did you break the rules? Because you don't, or you didn't do it, how should I say, I have to try, let's say in other words, if you break the rules, you do it on purpose because you are the only one who is sitting in front of your chart and you see the trend. So what can you make wrong? Yeah, it starts with not drawing the trend properly. This is a craft, by the way. Or you missed a signal, or you jumped into the market without a signal because it's just your opinion. So whatever you did, and whatever the cause is of breaking the rules, you did it on purpose. So, and now you have to think about, and I can highly recommend to take a break and to take a walk and think about it. What is the real reason why you broke the rules? What's the real reason? And based on my own experience, most of the times, it's not the technical part. Most of the times, it's the human part. It's fear, or you are angry, or something like this. So figure out the real cause why you broke the rules, and then you have to work on this. But the first step is that you are open and frankly to yourself. You say, okay, I broke the rules. So blew an account yesterday, but moral is still up. Yeah, this is also the same. If you want to become successful in the long run, it's the human part you have to work on. Yeah, and I think this is a big challenge. And when I want to share my knowledge with you and my experience with you, it doesn't matter which kind of strategy you work with, but you have to step on the path of logic. As long as you don't understand the logic beyond of trading, you will ever fail. All the time, you will always fail because you need to understand the logic. This is why my online course is called the Trading Logic course. And believe me, I tried it for years and years and years without logic. And then my teachers taught me the path of logic. And since then, I know when I fail. So like last year, and you know the reason, I missed too many signals about my miserable trade management and time management. I was not able to make profitable trades. And since I changed it beginning of December, you see, it's not except about this yet, it's right here, right now, but you see it's profitable. I showed you the track record yesterday since December, and the curve is going up. So this is the moment you step on the path of logic, you will become successful. And this is a promise. So British pound Swiss franc. Wonderful. We got in the second trend arm. Here we go. We sold half the position and now we're going up. Stop loss is below the last 0.3. We cannot lose money. Now it's the big challenge. Let it go. Let it run. This is the big challenge now. Stop interpreting, because I know what most of the traders think now. They go in the past and they think, oh, gosh, there is a big resist. Oh, look at this one. Oh, there is the next resist. Oh, there is the next resist. Oh, maybe there is the next resist. There is my target. I did this in the past too. And it's normal because we are looking in the past, but we are trading into the damn future. So who cares the past? You will never know what happens on the right side of the chart. Maybe it's a kind of goal, yes, a kind of target, but why should you stop your trade there? Why? You will never know how far the trend will go. Never, never, ever. And even the price turns around here and there starts a new downtrend. It's not a promise, it's not a guarantee that this will happen the next time again. And this is the big problem, that we always base our decisions on the past, but we are living on the right side and we have to trade to the future. And this is really, really big stuff. So then Euro USD, we are still in. We made already a profitable trade here and the trend is still valid. There is nothing to do for the moment. Just let it go. The trend is still valid and there is nothing to do. And the point of control, you know, is quite far away on the upper side. Look at this one, British pound, Australian dollar. Look at this one. This is 348 pips right now, which means that with a mini lot, if you work with a mini lot, it's 348 euros or maybe dollars. It's a lot of money. How? Just stick to the rules and let it go. And if you work with a standard lot, because maybe you have a kind of bigger account, 10,000 euro up, yeah, then you can work with a standard lot. Maybe then it's $3,470. Gosh, in heaven's sake, let it run. This is how you can make money in the markets. And this is only the reason. And this is only happening the moment you learn to step on the path of logic. Because logic avoids emotions. That's really cool. So, British pound Swiss franc, look, another 160 pips right now. So we trailed the stop into profit, next 0.3, everything is fine. We made a partial profit, the rest is running. And now we have a new 0.2. How can we know how far the trend will go? I will never know. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care. I don't care. Let it go. New Zealand Swiss franc. So we had a loss here because we opened a trade. It was this one. Let me do this. It's a little bit easier to see this. So that was the trend, 1 and 2. So we opened the trade here, but unfortunately there was no trend continuation. So there was no possibility to make a partial profit. So, and the trend was extending a correction. And finally, we had a close below the last 0.3. And here I got out with this. It was a stop. It was a loser. It's a part of the game. And we need, by the way, we need these losers. We need it because, you know, we cannot work with 100% guarantee, and we work with probabilities. And to every probabilities belongs positive trades and also negative trades. But as long as your positive trades bring much more money than the losers, everything is fine. So be happy that you have losers, controlled losers, not blowing your account. Of course, that I don't talking about this. I talk about controlled losses by the point 3. With a proper money management, you are fine with. So, and then everything fine. Then be happy that you have a loss, a controlled loss. Be happy. I know maybe you think, Markus, you're crazy. How should I be happy about loss? Believe me, this is path of logic. Be happy if you have a loss, because every loss, controlled loss on rules, brings you closer to the next profit. That's the path of logic in probabilities. Yeah. Can I use these strategies on US stocks? Of course. It's trend trading is the absolutely cause of every trading. Yeah. Every trading. Yeah, I saw the question, but I don't know what does it mean. Okay, so, and now we have on the right side a short trade. I opened in a second trend on, by the way. Yeah, and actually a little bit in profit for the moment, but actually there is nothing to do. So we have New Zealand US dollar. There are still 2 trades open. There are two trades still open. The long trade we opened here, and the correction it's running in its own trend. I opened a short position here, so hedging position. And by the way, I made a partial profit in the short position here because we had here a trend continuation, and that's really fine. And you see this kind of behavior reduces the losses and never miss a signal in a second trend arm. And you will see during the rest of this year, 2022 will bring us the turnaround in the account by never miss a signal and a perfect trade management. US dollar, Canadian dollar. So we have actually 2 trades. No, just 1 trade, but 2 trends right now. So the short trend is still valid. We open a position here, partial profit, trend is continuing. And now the correction, the stop loss is the purple line, which means with the partial profit, I cannot lose money with this trade. Yeah. Oh, it's a cryptocurrency. Oh, I have to prepare first. If you come back, this is from, what's the question from? Jahid. Jahid, if you come next week, maybe I will make a note here. Give me this. What is this? Cardano ADA. I make a note. ADA. But I don't know this underlying. So if you come back on Monday, so I hope so, then I will make, I will prepare this and then make an analysis for you in this one. So, yeah, this is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. And now be carefully, because there's the correction is running its own trend. We have a valid trend. We come down into the correction, and now there occurs a balance candle, which means after this balance candle at 11, we have to open a position or set a pending order a bit higher, because second trend arm, and we don't know which trend will continue. This is really important. US dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, we stuck to rules. Entry here at the point 2 with this correction zone with the second trend arm. Yeah, and now trend is still running. And actually we have a trend continuation here, the clear close, and I'm waiting for a balance candle that I can make a partial profit, whatever there is. And yeah, this is this one. And the last one is crude oil. Look at this one, really cool stuff. It's daily chart, because commodities I trade in daily chart, and you see it's going up. Yeah, we are waiting for a balance candle that we can make a partial profit and then just let it go. Yeah. Fine. So let's see. What's on my list for today? To be honest, still, where is it? Yeah. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Yeah, here we have the trend. This one. And now we are in a second trend arm. So be careful, attention please. There is a balance candle maybe, then we can open a trade on the lower side. Yeah, just at 11 maybe. Then it's Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Here we also have a trend. It's the first trend arm, and here we are on the second trend arm. And now the correction is running. And the moment if we have a change of the color, the correction is really clear, yeah, then we can make a short trade here. Great. Two possibilities and a lot of things to do. So actually, you see, the DAX is still circling around the point of control. There is nothing happening actually on the right side of the chart. So my question of today, ladies and gentlemen, was, did you reach your goals this week? Yes, finally did. We had 44%, and exactly I tried, but I did not. 44% exactly the same, and 12%. So let me repeat the words of Jedi Master Yoda. He said, do it or don't, but stop trying. So if you try to stick to rules, you have to ask yourself, why did you try? That's just do it or don't do it. If you do it, it's fine. If you don't do it, you have to ask yourself why. What's the real cause why you don't stick to the rules? What's the real cause? And most of the times is focusing on money. It's always a human behavior. You have to solve this challenge for yourself. You have to solve this challenge because there is no other way to success than the logic. And this is human behavior. So, and if we want to become successful and change the world, then you have to solve this challenge for yourself. Yeah. So, okay, that's my part for today. Thanks for this lovely week. Thanks, Anna, for your support this week. I wish all of you a wonderful and lovely weekend. I hope we'll see each other next week again on Monday, right before the market will open. And yeah, have a lovely weekend. And as always, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the